Underway now, we have the men's U16 8A final.
The trend we've seen out of some of the Saugatuck crews is that they are a second half, a second thousand right now, are familiar with being not only next to one another in lanes potentially, but certainly in the same race on this very water. They're just in different lanes right now than they were last year with 2 additional boats to the program as we have these 8 boat finals here at Nathan Benderson Park. That is Marin in the picture with the black hull and the white blades. At true to form, coming across that first 1,000 that we were calling earlier, they were our early leaders, and they still are by just over open water. Over second place right now, Row America Rye on the basically away from the picture, and then Saugatuck on the near shore. So Marin and Rye out in front of the field right now. Speaking of full tilt, being out there like Marin is, still going to find that full tilt. They want to hunt that line with the most speed that they possibly can. Man, these dark crews on the dark water, it gives you a hard line to see who neck a race. Marin well out in front, well clear, open water over the rest of the field. Row America Rye behind them with Saugatuck pouring on quite the sprint. They are elevating right now, and it is pushing into Row America Rye. Those two teams, even though New Jersey and Connecticut, they are not far from one another, so you know that they've raced or know of each other throughout the season. Marin out in front, Row America Rye duking it out for who's going to hunt the line the fastest between the two of them. After that, we have PNRA Mercer has gotten ahead of CRI, but do they know what's happening with White Rock over on this near shore, because Newport Seabase is sprinting and they are eating up some of the lead that White Rock has on them. Marin out in front of everyone. Row America Rye then
All right, we are underway with the under 8 grand final with 6 boats on the course. We are looking at Marin rowing out of lane 1, NorCal in lane 2, St. Ignatius in lane 3, Pacific Rowing Club in lane 4, Junipero Serra in lane 5, and Newport Seabase in lane 6. And at 500 meters gone, Marin Rowing Association in lane 1 now has at least a half a boat length, maybe more, of open water. Some that do have a couple of years of experience under their belt. That Marin boat looking as if there might be some experienced athletes, but again, very young, so 16 and under, doing a great job here opening up their lead. But behind them for the next positions, it is going to be New Seabase in third, Pacific just behind Newport Seabase, maybe by about a seat, and attempting to pull even as we come past 1,000 meters in. Just behind Pacific, it's going to be St. Ignatius for 5th, and then Sarah High School for that 6th place spot. So this is the men's under 16-8. We can kind of look at these just like we would have novice 8. Got a lot of new rowers out here, but all boats, as they progress through time trials, they progress through the semifinals with a lot of racing experience under their belt here at Lake Natoma. But looking at Marin along the shoreline, just a walk-away lead for them. Tricia, we'll turn it over to you.
And then looking that Pacific might be taking a move here, maybe a power 10 or a strength move here into this last.
And indeed, at the 500-meter line, it will be Marin occupying that first place position, sitting with 4 seats right now over Newport. These are very young athletes. At under 16 really captures a lot of the 8th graders that are moving into the sport of rowing. Here at the Southwest region, it's like get as much racing experience as you can. Really helps to build up that program for the future years. And they are doing a great job here in this 4, currently just behind Newport in that 3rd place position. But just off of their stern deck, it's going to be Berkeley High School. Berkeley High School. That Marin boat that's out in front in lane 1, that is an undefeated boat in this category. So a lot of coaches trying to replicate what they'll be racing at the Southwest region. So these lineups, generally not just throw together crews. These are These are boats that have been raced and tested throughout the season. That Marin boat looking very mature, and indeed they are undefeated for this season. They have at least one 8th grader in that boat. So, wow, great. Looking forward to.
So the leader, Marin, continues to walk away with lots of open water here, followed by Newport. In fact, the stagger is almost perfect. Marin has about boat and a half of open water here, but that Marin boat in lane 1, they continue to push away with more and more open water between themselves and the remaining field. And Marin doing that in fine form here as they come to the line, followed by Newport and North Bay. These are the men's U16 fours with coxswains now finishing, and once again, Marin for the gold.
And up next, we are back up to the start with the men's U16 boat over Newport Sea Base. So lane 1, 2, 3, Marin, NorCal, Newport Sea Base at this moment.
Yeah, it's really neat to see Newport Sea Base really stepping up over the last few years. Under coaching of James Lung, it could really be anybody's game. Anything could happen coming into that last 500.
And we have seen some things happen this morning. So, and part of it, too, the confidence builder isn't just take a seat back. It's, okay, if a crew is moving on you, stop the advance. Cool. Now we know that we're going the same speed again. Okay, so now can we, creating a tight-knit unit is, I see you, I'm supporting you, because I know what you are laying on the line right now, and Marin from start to finish has just continued to edge out from the rest of the field, performing very similarly as the women's U16-8 did in the heat right before this.
Absolutely, and look at them coming up on the shore here. They are calm, cool, collected, sitting up a little bit taller here in those last few strokes as they cross the line, but this is a pretty commanding finish from Marin.
Gaining a little confidence like this early in this season will only inject energy into your